So as you can tell from the title of the video, apparently I'm a criminal now. Yeah, it's really crazy because the edgiest shit that I do is say curse words. That's about it. As you guys know, I don't do much to break the fucking law. I normally stay within the law whenever I'm doing anything. Except for, like, you know, downloading music and all this other shit was actually illegal until I got into, like, high school. I was always wondering why all of my friends were telling me to delete LimeWire and FrostWire off of my shit. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't know that shit was illegal. I had no idea. I know it sounds stupid saying it now, but I didn't know you had to pay for music. I didn't. And I thought when you went to go pay to see a movie, I sat there and thought, like, you're just paying for the experience, sitting down in a chair, having food, watching it on a giant screen with, like, great sound and all that shit. That's what I thought you were paying for, not the movie itself. I don't know. That was just my thought process back then. It didn't compute in my head that people needed to get paid for this shit. So that was about the most illegal shit that I could have done. I never sat around and did like any underage drinking. I never smoked weed. I never did any of that. Never sold drugs, none of that shit. When I went to the post office a few hours ago, normally when I pull up there, I have to go, like, obviously find a parking spot, go inside, and there's a box in there, right? That's my P.O. box, right? Number 699. Now, the thing is, the majority of the stuff that I get in the P.O. box, they don't normally fit inside of this box. This box normally is just fitting really small packages, and it just fits a whole bunch of letters. Normally what I'll do is I'll go park, go inside, grab all the letters out of there, go back out to my car, set all the letters down, take the little yellow slip thing that tells you have to pick up stuff. It's basically there every single time I go there. Now when I go back inside to go and tell them like, hey, I'm here to pick up all the stuff, you guys called me and all this, they were like, okay, now pull up to the front so you can like pick everything up. So when I pull up to the front, the entire front of the building is just all handicap spots. And I've asked them so many times, like, are you sure I should park over here? There are handicap spots and stuff. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 of them, but they tell me to pull up into this one handicap spot specifically. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess like, you know, people don't usually use that or whatever. So I pull up there because that's where they told me to go. So since they told me to go and pull out into that spot, so I was like, okay. So after I park my car, go back inside and everything to tell them that everything's parked, I'm ready to get everything, you know, loaded in. There's like a big window behind me, and when I'm talking to them and waiting for them and stuff to tell me to go around to help them, you know, load everything in, I look out the window and notice that there's this guy just standing by my car, looking around at my car, looking at my license plates and shit. He's an older guy, I would say like maybe in his 50s, 60s. He had gray hair and stuff, just seemed like somebody's grandpa, you know, like mine. So I go out there by my car while like all the packages are like gonna come out and get loaded in and everything. But the packages aren't out there yet. So I just look like, you know, a not disabled person parked in a handicap spot. And this guy asked me, he goes, hey, you're not disabled, are you? I was like, no, I'm not disabled. He goes, where's your sticker? And I was like, no, I said I'm not disabled. And he says, so why are you parked in that parking spot if you're not disabled? And I was like, well, they tell me to pull up to the front so I can like load everything in here. I normally pick up a whole bunch of things whenever I come here. And he's like, yeah, but where's your sticker? And I was like, do you not get what I'm saying to you? And as I say that, this dude pulls out his badge, right? I guess he was like an off-duty officer or some shit. And he goes, I'm gonna ask you one more time, where's your sticker? I was like, I do not have a sticker. Do you want to go inside and speak to everybody? You can stand out here and watch me load everything in here. Do you not get this? Like, the amount of times he asked me where my sticker was after I explained what the fuck I was doing is just, it's absolutely ridiculous. And like, I know this guy, I don't want to sound like some sort of victim or some shit, right? Because he was doing his job, technically. I mean, even though he's like off duty or whatever, people should not be parking in that spot, right? But the thing is, I know the guy was kind of like profiling me because I was over there and I had like a hoodie on with like a hat on over the hoodie and shit. I just looked like a kid that was just like up to no good. I looked like I didn't give a fuck about anybody. I just looked like either a typical teenager or just a young dude that just didn't give a fuck. I just looked like an asshole. And I can admit that. I get it, whatever. So he keeps asking me about this sticker. I'm fucking, I get tilted instantly. I lean back. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna go inside, okay? You can sit here and look at my car and ask me how many times I have a sticker. I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna bring these packages out and you can talk to them because I'm not the one that chooses to park into a fucking handicap spot. This is where they tell me to pull up. This is where I'm going. So as I'm walking away, this guy goes and says something like, I don't know, I didn't catch it completely, but I think he said something along the lines of, what if a disabled person had actually pulled up here and they're not able to get into this spot, right? Like, for fuck's sake, all you had to do is literally wait like a minute for these people to come out to show that, and then you can yell at them, not me. There is no other place to be loading anything in other than the front. This is where all the big trucks go whenever they get any deliveries to there. Everything is parked in the front. And that's not my fault. It's like this guy sat there and viewed me as somebody that just wakes up one morning and just says, hey, I really want to take some handicap spots from disabled people. Like, who the fuck wakes up and thinks that? So I walk inside and they're bringing out all these packages and I come outside with this giant fucking cart, like just filled with things, just like every other time, and I just start filling my car with this shit. I guess the guy like walked back to his car. I don't know if he was trying to like talk to somebody or like try to get his like cop buddies over there or some shit, but I started loading things in and he just kept looking over at me, and every single time I was loading these fucking boxes into my car, I'm just sitting there looking over at him like, watch me set these packages in here. I'm not bullshitting him. And I had to bring out another cart filled with stuff. My car was filled to the brim, and the dude just pulls off and never said anything to me afterwards. I never, ever just pull into handicap spots without even asking, but I've asked them, like, are you sure these are handicap spots? And they tell me to pull up there. I don't know what else you want me to do. According to this guy, I'm some sort of asshole criminal. I don't know if you can, like, take somebody's license plate down and then, like, find them later or some shit like that. The dude never said anything after I started bringing out all these boxes, so I don't fucking know. I can't tell if I'm a criminal or not now. Stop sitting there making me question my morality. I don't even know if I'm a good person or not anymore. I'm a criminal now, guys. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm gonna be featured on an episode of Cops now. I just look like a bad guy. I don't know who I am anymore.